Alright, what you want to do with your arborvitae is, when you prune them, you want to encourage them to have a single stem. Just one stem coming up out of the middle, like right here. What you want to do is knock back some of these extra stems. Here in the Northeast we get a lot of wet, heavy snow, and if you have too many stems, they have a tendency to pull apart. Most of the time they'll spring back, but sometimes you might get some breakage. So what we like to do is take the head shears and knock these tips back just a little bit, which will encourage a fuller, fatter plant, as well as keeping it up into a single stem. In school we were always taught, when in doubt, cut it out. So you always want to, don't be afraid to take a little bit of foliage off the tree. Here, none of these plants, branches will come up into a single stem anymore, or into a multiple stem. You cut them back, this stem will dominate. Here on the green giant we're going to do the same thing. Just, this is a fairly full plant, so we're just going to tip it back all the way around to make a nice, fat, heavy plant. On green giants, we get a lot of vigorous growth, so you always want to make sure you just knock your tips back just a little bit, because they'll stretch out because they grow so fast. On the emerald greens, it's a much fatter, fuller plant, so you don't have to shear them nearly as hard. Just tip them back, go around the plant, and again, you have a couple little stems developing here. Just trim it back, so you just have one stem coming up to the top, and that'll make a nice full plant, which is what you want.
Okay.
That's it. Have a good day at Highland Hill Farm.
Okay, thank you very much, Mike. We'll see. We're here at Highland Hill Farm on Route 313 in Fountainville, PA, and these are our 5-gallon, 3-foot-tall, emerald green Arborvitae. Now, this video is about how fast this tree grows. This tree grows about 6 inches to a foot a year to a height of 10 to 12 foot. It can reach 15 feet if you have exceptional soils. It likes full sun. And this tree a lot of times will grow with multiple leaders, as you see here. So when you're growing this tree, a good idea is to trim back these multiple leaders a little bit, so you end up with one central strong leader. So again, you would maybe trim this out a little bit, this out a little bit, and let this leader grow. Now this leader has grown from about here to there this year. That's about 8 inches. It will continue to grow. We're about midpoint in August, and these trees are a vigorous grower, but they do not like wet soils. Do not plant them where the water stays wet for a few days on the top of the soil surface. It needs well-drained soil and full sunlight. And the best spacing for this plant is about 3 feet. And you can see we have these about 32 inches right here. And so when you plant them a little bit further apart. Make sure they're 3 foot to 3 foot to center. That's from here to there. Center of the tree to center of the tree. And you'll have a very fast growing hedge, and it will fill in completely in a number of years. It usually takes about 4 years to fill in completely and get you a nice 6 to 7 foot size plant. And it will grow, as I said, 10 to 12 feet, maybe topping at 15 feet. Other plants we have here for you to look at today quickly are the Steed's hollies, and in the back of that are some Leland cypresses. Now the Steed's holly is not going to be as big as the emerald green, and the Leland cypress will be much bigger. Now you have to remember, when you're planting any kind of nursery stock on the East Coast, beware if you have deer, because the emerald green will be eaten alive by deer. If they can get an opportunity to eat it, they will eat it. So you'll have to either put a spray on it to keep the deer away, or fence in your yard if you have a lot of deer with the emerald green. The Leland cypresses are a little more forgiving, and the deer don't like them as much. And also another cultivar that we sell, the green giant Arborvitae, will work equally as well if there are deer in your area. Again, we're at Route 313 in Fountainville, PA. We do deliver these plants up and down the East Coast, and we also have crews that can deliver and plant them for you. We grow tens of thousands of trees here. We have thousands of acres of ground. In Bucks County we have 300 or 400 acres, and in Bradford County we have about 2,000 acres. And we grow nursery stock on most of our properties. And we also have a hunting club. And of course there's our telephone number, 215-651-8329. And we have a large sales yard here in Doylestown, Fountainville, and this is at our Bucks County location. And as you can see, we sell a lot of different kinds of trees, plants, and shrubs from this location. So give us a call with your tree, plant, and shrub needs. And remember, the emerald green gets planted 3 feet apart. It grows 10 to 12 feet in height, maybe 15 if you have good soils. It does not like deer or wet soils. So if you have any questions, just give us a call and we'd be glad to help you out. 215-651-8329. Thank you. This is Bill Hurst, Highland Hill.